This is the New American Media.
All right, everybody. This is Brian Engelman. We're back on Agree to Disagree here on thenewamericanmedia.com. Quick liner notes. Check us out, thenewamericanmedia.com. Subscribe to youtube.com/thenewamericanmedia. Do a search, The New American Media, on Facebook. Like the page. Follow us on Twitter at American_media_. Our guest is still Blake the Eccentric Walley. Blake is a radio host. You can hear him every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday from noon to 1:30 p.m. Pacific on freedomizerradio.com. Check him out there. You can sign up for his podcast at Eccentric Perspective. Just search Eccentric Perspective. Follow him on Twitter at Eccentric99. Check out his homepage, eccentricperspective.com. Blake, I got a couple of quick things I want to do here. This is a little clip about setting the stage for what Matt Damon recently had to say and kind of making a little pivot here into what the National Black Republican Association was saying, calling for impeachment of the president. So first, this is a classic scene, Matt Damon from Good Will Hunting, and then we'll get to the rest.
The National Security Agency.
Well, you'd be working on the cutting edge. You'd be exposed to the kind of technology that you wouldn't see anywhere else because we've classified it. Superstring theory, chaos math, advanced algorithms.
Code breaking.
Well, that's one aspect of what we do.
Oh, come on. I mean, that is what you do. You guys handle 80% of the intelligence workload. You're 7 times the size of the CIA.
We don't like to brag about that, Will. But you're exactly right.
By the way, if I didn't clarify this, he's interviewing for the NSA. Oh, you know, the same one that Snowden just outed as a whistleblower, not a traitor. Anyway, just to wrap this
So
up.
the way I see it, the question isn't, why should you work for the NSA? The question is, why shouldn't you?
Why shouldn't I work for the NSA? It's a tough one. But I'll take a shot.
I'll take a shot.
Say I'm working at the NSA and something on my desk, something no one else can break. Maybe I take a shot at it, and maybe I break it. And I'm real happy with myself because I did my job well. But maybe that code was the location of some rebel army in North Africa or the Middle East. And once they have that location, they bomb the village where the rebels are hiding. 1,500 people that I never met, never had no problem with, get killed. Now the politicians are saying, oh, send in the Marines to secure the area because they don't give a shit. It won't be their kid over there getting shot, just like it wasn't them when their number got called because they were all pulling a tour in the National Guard. It'll be some kid from Southie over there taking shrapnel in the ass. He comes back to find that the plant he used to work at got exported to the country he just got back from, and the guy who put the shrapnel in his ass got his old job because he'll work for 15 cents a day and no bathroom breaks. Meanwhile, he realizes the only reason he was over there in the first place was so that we could install a government that would sell us oil at a good price. And of course, the oil companies use a little skirmish over there to scare up domestic oil prices. A cute little ancillary benefit for them, but it ain't helping my buddy at $2.50 a gallon. They're taking their sweet time bringing the oil back, of course. Maybe they even took the liberty of hiring an alcoholic skipper who likes to drink martinis and fucking play slalom with the icebergs. It ain't too long till he hits one, spills the oil, and kills all the sea life in the North Atlantic. So now my buddy's out of work. He can't afford to drive, so he's walking to the fucking job interviews, which sucks because the shrapnel in his ass is giving him chronic hemorrhoids. And meanwhile, he's starving because every time he tries to get a bite to eat, the only blue plate special they're serving is North Atlantic scrod with Quaker State. So what did I think? I'm holding out for something better. I figure, fuck it, while I'm at it, why not just shoot my buddy? Take his job, give it to his sworn enemy, hike up gas prices, bomb a village, club a baby seal, hit the hash pipe, and join the National Guard. I could be elected president.
Such an awesome scene, Blake. You remember that one, of course.
Oh, yeah.
So Matt Damon is out there. I want to get to this because I found this really interesting. He's doing publicity for his new movie Elysium, and as Blake and I were discussing off air, there's different concerns about that movie, which we could address at a different time when we have a little bit more time. But I thought it was relevant to bring this up, how this translates, because this was Matt Damon in the movie Good Will Hunting. Go buy it, by the way. Go watch it again if you haven't seen it. It's a great flick. But this is Matt Damon talking about President Barack Obama at a BET interview recently about his new movie.
Speaking of politics, you've been critical of President Obama in the past. How do you feel he's doing on his second term?
He broke up with me. There are a lot of things that I really question, you know, the legality of the drone strikes and these NSA revelations are, you know, it's like they're, you know, if Jimmy Carter came out and said, we don't live in a democracy. And that's a little, that's a little intense when an ex-president says that. So you know, he's got some explaining to do, particularly for a constitutional law professor.
the most political and one of the biggest issues for BET.com readers.
We can just leave it at that. He's got some explaining to do, especially as a constitutional lawyer. What do you think about that, Blake? Because this guy, obviously, President Barack Obama, did study law, and for a guy that understands it, did he only learn it so that he could try sneaky ways to violate it? Or I mean, this can't be accidental, right? What are your thoughts on what Damon's saying there?
I don't know what to say about Obama anymore. I mean, he was just making a big speech last Friday, as well as made an appearance on the Jay Leno show, where he insisted that we weren't there was no domestic spying program. And then we look at today's news, and I think, Brian, we covered that, and I wanted to say that I thought it was very bold that he would say that, considering that we have barely scratched the surface of all of the documents that were released by Snowden. So I know I said something about that, and here we go today. Actually, came out last night. One of the probably top articles in the country right now is out of the Washington Post that says the NSA broke privacy rules thousands of times per year, according to an audit that was, let's see here, from April 2011 through March 2012. So 1 year they identified 2,776 incidents or violations of the rules of court orders for surveillance of Americans. So, the National Security Agency has broken privacy rules or overstepped its legal authorities of times each year since Congress granted the agency broad new powers in 2008, according to an internal audit and other top-secret documents. And most of the infractions involve unauthorized surveillance of Americans or foreign intelligence targets in the United States, both of which are restricted by statute and executive order. They range from significant violations of law to typographical errors that resulted in unintended, air quotes, interception of U.S. emails and telephone calls.
Blake, here's my response. Here's my response to that.
Everybody is to leave here immediately. This cafe is closed until further notice. Clear the room at once.
How can he close me up? On what ground?
I'm shocked to find that gambling is going on in here.
You're winning, sir.
Oh, thank you very much. Everybody out at once.
One more time.
How can he close me up? On what ground?
I'm shocked to find that gambling is going on in here.
You're winning, sir.
Oh, thank you very much. Everybody out at once.
The corrupt police official in Casablanca. I am shocked to find that illegal gambling is going on here. You're winning, sir. Oh, thank you. Everybody out. Like, shocking. I am surprised that the NSA has committed thousands of violations. By the way, hello, NSA. I know you're listening to the program. I know you're big fans.
Hello,
That's Air Shooter McGavin.
What's up?
Yeah. But yes, I am shocked, Blake, to hear that the NSA has been violating things thousands of times. Just shocked. I am shocked, Blake.
Well, hey,
shocked.
It's all top secret. It's all under the name of national security. So I guess technically they don't have to really share anything unless it becomes leaked, and then they look like giant assholes. Sorry, but anyway.
Well, they kind of do. You know, this is one of those shows where you play a clip from Good Will Hunting and he drops a few bombs. You just go, you know what? It's one of those days. I'm just rolling with it. So, yeah. This is a Washington Post story, and we know about the violations now. This is a new story, like you said, came out last night. We're going to keep covering it. We're not going to stop. We know you're listening anyway. So, what you think? I'm going to cower in a spider hole like some ousted Hussein in Iraq? Yeah, like an ousted dictator. I'm going to cower in a spider hole. Come on, man. You guys are listening to everything I'm doing anyway. I'm going to talk louder. All right. Well, that brings me to the other NSA thing, because there's a top secret data lab that's being constructed, and you brought that to my attention as well. Blake, would you care to share that one with the rest of the class?
This is not the one in Utah either that everyone probably should know about by now, that big NSA spy center. This is a new one here. We got NSA funds a new top-secret $60 million data lab. This center will analyze information from private emails, cell phone calls, and Google searches.
Well, but Blake, hold on. What makes anyone think that they're entitled to this stuff? Just because it can be just because you leave your car door open, unlocked rather, Does that mean somebody's allowed to go in there and take your stuff? That's still theft, right? Am I the crazy one here? I am getting so frustrated by these Fourth Amendment violations. Just because you didn't lock your car door doesn't mean someone can steal from you, especially if you're the government. Is it just me? Because it seems like every week we're talking about this. Am I the crazy one?
Oh, yeah. Thanks to Edward Snowden, no. I mean, it looks like everything
that traitor.
We kind of suspected. Yeah.
I am shocked, I tell you, to find illegal gambling is occurring here. You're winning, sir. Right. So anyway, tell us about this NSA data lab.
All right, so the National Security Agency is funding a, quote, top secret, that's not anymore, a $60 million data analysis lab at North Carolina State University, which will scrutinize information collected from private emails, phone calls, and Google searches. The Laboratory for Analytic Sciences will be launched in a Centennial campus building that will be renovated with money from the federal agency, but details about the facility are top secret. Those who work in the lab will be required to have security clearance from the U.S. government. Now, the project was initially supposed to be revealed in June, but the scandal surrounding the NSA's PRISM surveillance program prompted the university to delay the announcement, with faculty staff citing, quote, that bit out of The Guardian on NSA collecting phone records of Verizon customers.
That bit.
So, Glenn Greenwald, yes. So according to North Carolina State University Chancellor Randy Woodson, the program will revolve around, quote, making sense out of the deluge of data that we're all swimming in every day. Although the university denies that it will be involved in, quote, mass surveillance.
Hey, you know what? I need to make sense
out of... But it's top secret. How do we know? Go ahead.
You know what? I need to make sense out of all those belongings in my neighbor's car. They didn't lock the door. I need to go make sense of all of their personal stuff that they're just swimming in. I need to go... I speak for NC State right now. I need to go make sense of what my neighbor has going on in their car. All of that stuff that they're swimming in. Excuse me while I go do this. This NC State, that's a state-funded organization teaming up with government. Oh, this is beautiful. Okay, I would love to dwell on this a little bit more, but we got to bounce. I want to get to this. So many stories, so little time. The National Black Republican Association calling for impeachment. Let's do that on the other side. We're going to take a quick break, just a little heads up, and we'll be right back on the other side. My name's Brian Engelman, alongside Blake the Eccentric Walley, here on Agree to Disagree. Yeah. Wait. Almost. You are listening to the New American Media.